What is up? Back again today with another video, and today we're going to get into these streaming awards that everybody's talking about. You can't go anywhere without people talking about what happened at the streaming awards between Kai, Rakai, and everybody involved. So let's get into it today. So the first topic of the streaming award was the Kai Cenat joke. So in case you don't know what the streaming award is in the first place, it's an award show that's basically like the Oscars or the Grammys for streamers. So they give out the awards like Best Streamer of the Year, Most Viral, Best New Streamer, all that good stuff. And so this happened over the weekend, and they had a lot of moments come out of this that everybody's talking about. So without further ado, let's get into it. First up, we had the Kai Cenat joke. And in case you didn't see it, here it is.
We've got another record breaker here tonight too, Kai Cenat. This year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and also, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic, now turn this shit on. Turn this shit on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
I thought it was.
Have a good night.
Here. Do you want to do a joke?
No.
And so you can see that there was a presenter, a host, FanFan, who I wasn't really familiar with before this all happened. She made a joke about Kai, talking about like the Diddy thing, how he looks like Diddy, and also the streaming university, you know, just some roasts that are typical at a just some roasts that are typical at an award show. But apparently this got everybody upset, including the person you saw that grabbed the mic. Now, to me, this is kind of crazy because, in my opinion, when you go to an award show, this just comes par with the course. It just comes with it. You got the hosts and presenters that roast people. You know, you roast them, nominees, people getting awards during the show, and then, you know, later on they get awards, you show them love. But this has been going on forever, since, you know, the beginning of time, when it comes with the Grammys, like I said, Oscars, Emmys, all that stuff. It's normal. Yes, for some reason, this has got a lot of people upset about, you know, things about, you know, him looking like Diddy, which there's been a lot of jokes online about him looking just like Diddy. Like, he low-key looks kind of like Diddy, especially after the haircut. And then the streaming university thing, of course, you know, that's a little jab at what he did last year or so. But again, I don't think it was nothing serious to be getting upset over. And I think Kai took it pretty well. You can see his reaction. He just gave like a little smirk on his face, but didn't say much. But for the guy to grab the mic and then rebuttal back to the host and all that, to me, that's just kind of crazy. Like, you don't see that in an award show often. You know, of course it happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock with Slap, but that's not something that happens all the time. You know, how long has the Oscars been going on? And there's only been an incident like that once in its 100-year history, so it's not something that's very common. And to me, when moments like this happen, you know, the streaming awards are like a very young, it's a brand new type of thing. It's something that hasn't been going on for a while. And so to have moments like that, it kind of devalues the whole thing. It kind of devalues the entire, you know, award, the entire event. It makes it look amateurish. And of course, it's kind of a thing with the generations. These are young streamers. They're all really young, in their early 20s, mid 20s. So to them, it's kind of like a disrespect thing. Like, oh, you're hating on me, you're disrespecting. But, you know, like I said, this has been going on for the longest of time when it comes to award shows. It's not new. So yeah, but like I said, I think Kai handled it well. I don't think there's anything wrong with the joke, especially not worthy of taking the mic and just kind of making a whole event, you know, look like a disgrace in a way. But that wasn't the only thing that happened. There is more to it. So after that, there was another incident with Rakai. And as you may know, he's been in the news a lot recently with the whole stealing the flowers and giving it to someone walking out.
We should get this film out somebody. Have a beautiful day.
You too.
I got it for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
God bless you.
Did you already pay for them?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, thank you.
All right, have a good day. God bless you.
All right, bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.
So there's that whole situation. So another host slash presenter, don't know who this was, she made a joke about it, about him stealing. Here's a clip of that.
Question.
Yo.
What's the coolest thing you've ever stolen?
All right, so then there's that. Now, the backlash of this joke is that there's, some racial undertones with it, involving who, Rakai is. And I can understand that in the vacuum. But my God, we literally saw you on camera stealing flowers and giving it to someone. It's not like this was something that just came out of the blue, was unwarranted. Again, this is another roast. You're roasting who you are, what you've done. And this is, like I said, it's par for the course. It's nothing, I don't really see anything that's worthy of getting upset. Now, of course, there are things that would step over the line, but the two things so far aren't those instances. So yeah, there was a lot of backlash around that joke, which, again, something that's not too crazy, but wait, it gets even better because there's even more controversy going on around this whole streaming incident, because there's an incident where a streamer won Best New Streamer of the Year award, went up to get his trophy, all that good stuff, yada, yada, yada. However, after he got his award, someone else, another streamer that wasn't, even in the running, got up on stage, was upset and made a whole spiel about how he shouldn't have won and how her friend should have won that award instead. And again, here's the clip of that.
Hello. Real quick, y'all. I know Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. And congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai, shout out, boom, 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 boom.
And again, this is another incident that makes this whole award show just seem very amateurish, because it's like again, these are things that, of course, it happened with Kanye and the Grammys, that whole famous incident. But how long has the Grammys been going on? This is, again, another century level long type of show where it's been like one or two instances in the span of that award show. And for this, brand new streaming award ceremony, only been going on for maybe a handful of years, to have all these incidents going on in a short span is not a good look, because again, it makes this streaming award academy look very amateurish. Going up on stage, and it just looked like a young kids function in a way, because you got kids grabbing the mics from hosts and presenters where they're not supposed to be grabbing the mic. You're not the presenter of an award, and then you got people going on stage giving their opinions, but I don't think he should have won, they should have won. It's kind of wild, and it kind of makes the whole streaming ceremony just look bad. So that's one thing they got to really tighten up next year and the years to come. They got to really put a hat on all these streamers just kind of overrunning the place, because it kind of dilutes your whole Academy Awards. It just makes it just like just a joke. It just makes it look like a joke. But the woman that came out and was saying about how her friend should have won the award, she did come out later saying that she has to improve on her behavior about drinking and smoking. So yeah, I mean, it's good that she saw the ramifications of her actions, and it sounded like she wasn't in her right mind. She was under the influence of something to make her do that. So again, it's good she saw what she did, can recognize her actions, making courses to fix it. So in that way, it's good. But still, in this one award ceremony, there were just too many instances of just these occurrences, interruptions, all that stuff happening. But what can we learn from this? I think, like I said, Kai handled this whole thing well. He won a lot of awards at the end of the night, and after one of his awards, he gave a speech about mental health. So yeah, as you can see, Kai, even though he had a joke aimed at him, I think he handled it the right way. And even at the end of the night when he got an award, he handled that the right way. So I, salutes to Kai. I think he's, for his age, really mature, how he handles things, being in the limelight. Because he's a very young kid. We a lot of times forget how young he is. He's in his early 20s. So I couldn't imagine kind of having the weight of the world, all eyes on you, for everything you do in life, good and bad, to have to navigate that. And I think he's done a really good job of it. Of course, he hasn't been perfect, but you know, us in our early 20s, who was perfect? We would have done a lot worse if we had stuff, you know, displayed in front of the whole world the way he has. So, like I said, salute to him for handling that whole situation. And I hope he gets better. But yeah, these streaming awards, they got to do better with this, man. This is, like I said, they got people talking. They got me making a video, tons of people making videos, which is good in the short term. But in the long term, if they really want this thing to be taken seriously, to be legit, to be up there with the Emmys, Oscars, Grammys, they really got to put a button on this. Because right now it's looking like a joke, where the youngins are kind of just overruling, just running up, doing what they want, running it up amok. It's just a bad look. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much it. But what do you think? Let me know. I want to hear the scores. Maybe I'm tripping. You know, maybe some of the people that have been outraged are justified. I want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe. And I'll see y'all later.